What is up, YouTube? We back with another video. I've been off for a minute, but we back, and today we're doing a review on the book, The Way of the Superior Man. All right, so this book is really popular in the mansphere. Y'all can see like a lot of people like in the mansphere they be talking about this book, The Way of the Superior Man. I've heard Hamza talk about it. Um, Iman Ghazi, um, Spencer Harte. I think that's how you say his last name. But yeah, this book, The Way the Superior Man, is very. It teaches you a lot about masculinity, how to live your life as a man. Because let's be honest, life as a man, it is harder than women, even though they don't want to admit it, or some women do not want to admit it. But if we're being true to ourselves, if we're being true to reality, life as a man is harder. And I just want to share with you the key takeaways I took from this book. So yeah, we're gonna start off with point number one. So point number one I saw from this book, or that I really took out of this book, was women. Okay, so that's a very interesting topic for a lot of us dudes, because at the end of the day, we all want to mate with women. Whether you want to accept it or not, I accept it. I wear it on my chest. I say yes. I want an attractive wife. I want an attractive women with me. So what I took from this book is that females are very complex creatures, okay? Females are females are basically a puzzle you have to solve, and once you crack it, it's like you got it down. Like you got females down once you crack it. So one thing that the book mentions is women are not liars. A lot of us men think that women are liars. And that's not necessarily true, because you got to understand that women are females of emotion. Okay, so when they're saying, "Oh, I don't want to do this," "Oh, I want to do that," and then they just out of nowhere they switch up because they're thinking emotionally, you know. And that's one thing that the book taught me, is that women are not liars. That's just how she feels in the moment. So when your woman says, "Oh, I would never leave you," or "I don't care if you're broke," that's just how she's feeling in the moment. Okay, you gotta understand that that's how she's feeling, just in that moment. Okay, but she's not a liar. That she's just an emotional creature. So that's what I took, and I also took that women want to feel your masculine essence. Like they want to feel like they're with a man, like they're with the Chad. You know what I mean? Like they want to feel like they're with their true man, and they want to be able to sit back and relax and know that their man has it covered. It's like, oh, like I gotta pay bills. Oh, it doesn't matter. My man's got it. You know what I mean? Or we're about to take a vacation, and I haven't done this, I haven't done that, and my man's got it. You know what I mean? That's the type of lifestyle that women want. And then I think it's page 108 is, what she wants is not what she says. Now this is very true. A lot of women say they want a man that's nice, that's kind, that simps over them, or that like loves them and this and that. But in reality, that doesn't align with female nature. What women really want is, like I said, they want to feel like you're dominant over them. Because at the core, that's what God made us to be. He made Adam to be dominant over Eve. That's how he made it. That's how God constructed it. And I feel like, this modern world has messed that up. They have they have tried to like put women to like, oh yeah, you go girl, or like just stuff like, just bullcrap like that. It's like, no, like that's not how it's supposed to be. And the superior man understands the complexity of the divine feminine. He understands that women are emotional creatures, and he understands them, and he has cracked the game of women. He has cracked the puzzle, and he understands them. So that's the first that's the first takeaway I took from the book, is basically understanding women, understanding feminine energy, masculine energy, and how They have to be polarized opposites in order to maintain an attraction to each other. And then number two is what I really like from this book. Sorry, I just need to move my chair. What I really like from this book is that true masculinity. Okay, so this is something that's been popping, recently with like Andrew Tate, Hamza, masculine energy. So right here I put on my laptop, the most masculine thing you can do as a man is have purpose. Purpose gives you direction. It gives you a game plan. It gives you basically a finish line. Your purpose. And the book also says that men, masculine men, are always looking to release themselves from restraint. So what your purpose does, it restrains you. It restrains you. And then finally when you fulfill your purpose, it's like it lets you go. And I'll probably make a video on purpose, because purpose is basically, at the core, purpose is probably the most masculine thing a man can do, a man can have. And I put, a man without purpose is just existing. He's just coexisting. A man with purpose is fully living. He's fully living. He's fully being the best version of himself. So true masculinity is understanding your darkest desires to provide and protect. The book also talks about ravishment of your woman. So sometimes, if we're being true with ourselves, okay? We're being true with ourselves on a masculine level, okay? Sometimes you just have these, like you visualize yourself with a woman. And you visualize like ravishment, like aggressiveness with her, which is not bad as long as she's your wife, as long as you're not sinning in any way, shape, or form. That's how I feel like sex should be. The man should have like this like ravishment, this like aggressiveness with her, and she should surrender into like submission. Again, masculine and feminine energy. Another thing about masculinity is embracing the killer in you. So I'm not telling you to go commit homicide or anything like that. What I'm saying is, when you embrace the killer in you, I'm talking about when when you hitting shoulder press, or like you doing bicep curls, and then you just look at yourself in the mirror, you're like I'm a killer. You just you slam the weight, or like you shadow boxing, you're like, man, I'm a killer. You pump your chest, you're like, I'm a killer. I'm talking about that. Like you have the capability to like hurt another man. And like the reason women like this is because they want to feel like, if somebody comes and he tries to attack me, okay, my man's got it. He's a killer. Okay, he's a killer. In him, I know he's a killer. So I feel like that's very attractive to women. I feel like that's why a lot of women are attracted to like boxers, UFC fighters, because they just love that animal. Like they just love that primal instinct in men. And I think another form of true masculinity is just providing and protecting. Like if you just like, you want to be that guy, like you bringing the food on the, like you putting the food on the table for your family, like you putting it down for them. That is like, that's amazing. That's what I aspire to do. Like provide, protect, put like food on the table for my family. That's what I be respected as the man of the house. That's what I aspire to do. You know. And I put, as a man, you should have a strong body. You should know how to fight, and you should have a Mamba mentality. True masculinity comes down to 4 virtues, which is strength, courage, mastery, and honor. So strength is basically, that's self-explanatory. So strength is just having a strong body, okay? You can't even do 500 push-ups a day. You can't even do like 12 pull-ups in a row. If you can't even get on the bench press and at least like at least 45s on each side. I'm not saying, if you don't do 45 on each side, you're weak. No, I'm not saying that. It's just like, if you don't actively like do something to build up your strength, build up your biceps, like, what are you doing? Like, you're missing out on so much like masculine essence. And then, so that's number one, strength. Number two is courage. So what I mean by courage is I'm like, okay, I don't care. I do not care, you know, what comes my way. I don't care who tries to stop me. I'm gonna be courage. I'm gonna be valiant, and I'm gonna fight for every inch of success I want. That's what I mean by courage, you know. And then number three is mastery. So number three is mastery. So what I mean by mastery is basically your skills on how to provide. So back in the primal days, in the ancient days, it was how good of a hunter you were. Basically, your mastery was measured by how much of a good, like how good were you at fighting, how much of a good fighter were you, how strong you were. So that's how mastery was calculated back in the primal days. Now it's calculated by, you know, your skill sets, how you bring money to the table. You know, can you start a business? Can you take a business off? Can you run a business like to be successful? That is how I would explain mastery now in this modern day, in the modern Renaissance, you know, masculinity day, as Iman likes to say. And then number four is honor. So honor, I think it's like, for my opinion, is honor is basically your reputation of what people think of you. So basically, it's like, okay, he's an honorable man. I know that if he owes me $20 or he owes me $50 or he owes me a favor, he's gonna come through with it. Or it doesn't matter who's looking at him, who's not looking at him. He's gonna act the same. He's gonna be honorable, and that's why I think, you know, in a group of men, your friends, your male group. I'm not talking about women. Your male group of men that are your friends, they should know, okay, he's honorable. Doesn't matter if we all get locked up and we all get interrogated. He's not ratting us out. I feel like that's that's my definition of honor. You know, you may have a different definition, but that's how I'd explain it. And then number three is polarity, energy, and attractiveness. So this is kind of back to the first one. So the reason this is so essential is because when it comes down to the superior man, you know, he knows how to work his relationship to a way that he's always attractive to his woman. His woman is always attracted to him. You know, the superior man has wisdom on how polarity works and how to maintain the polarity in his relationship. The truth is, if you act more feminine, your woman is going to start acting more masculine. Just imagine a line where it's like I said in the beginning, imagine a line. You're here, she's here. Masculine, feminine. The more feminine, the more masculine she starts to act, the more she gets pushed. The more feminine you start to act, the more you get pushed. And y'all end up in this like middle, Hamza likes to call it this gray area. Basically, y'all are just friends sleeping with each other. Which is like, why would you even want to be in a relationship at that point? Makes zero sense. So that's why it's important that the superior man with this wisdom, he knows, I will always maintain my masculine essence. She will always maintain her feminine essence. And when you're more masculine, your woman naturally becomes more feminine because that's her natural state. You know, you have a penis, she has a vagina, okay? She's always going to be in her feminine state if you're always in your masculine state. It just works like that. And then I also put one of the best ways to keep your masculine polarity as a man is to hit the weights or do some type of resistant training. So what I mean is, how does this affect the relationship? You know, I'm gonna explain this. So basically, like I said, strength as a man, that's part of the four virtues of being a man. If your body doesn't look like the body of a man, like the body of a Chad, you know, how do you expect for your woman to like look at you and be like, dang, like that's my man, you know? And just like having a strong body as a man is so essential. Like hitting your push-ups, going to the weight room, like doing something that works your body out is essential as a man. And it's essential to just stay attractive to your woman. And then the benefits that you'll be able to enhance your performance during your love sessions. So not only will it make you more attractive, more healthy, but you're also going to be able to pleasure your woman better, and you're also going to be able to use your body, you know, to perform better during in bed, you know. So the best thing is just to remain in shape, you know. Make sure also that your woman is following in your footsteps and she's also staying in shape. And then just loving through your woman. That's something that I took from the book. Is if you want to maintain the polarity with your woman, you have to love through her. Not you can't just, it's not enough just to love her. You have to love through her. You have to give her your gifts. You know, the book, what does the book mean by gifts? The book mean by gifts, it means your gifts of decisiveness. You know when your woman's like, I don't know where to go to eat, oh I want to do this, I want to do that. My gift of decisiveness, we do this at this time. You know, that's a masculine gift. Another gift is just, you know, your protection, like that masculine protection, that essence, you know, that aura that she feels when she's with you, you know. Just giving your gifts to your woman, and then she will give her gifts to you. So those are the three like key takeaways I took from that book. The book really helped me out a lot. Obviously there's a ton to learn from this book, but I've only read it like, I've read it once. I recently just started like rereading some of the chapters. Such a good book. I think his name is David Data, that's how you say it. Man, such an essential book if you are a young man on self-improvement. You want to get to you want to understand women more. You want to understand, you know, masculinity, you know, purpose, drive, hunger, you know, the way the superior man is the route to go, is the book to choose. So those are my key takeaways. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you took some value from the video. Peace. I'm out.